Hello everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into one of the most important ideas in modern artificial intelligence. It's called RAG, which stands for Retrieval-Augmented Generation. If you've ever used ChatGPT or any AI chatbot, you've probably noticed that sometimes their answers are outdated, or even completely wrong. RAG is the technique that fixes that, helping AI give answers that are far more accurate, reliable, and up-to-date. In this video, we'll break down exactly what RAG is, how it works under the hood, why it's being adopted so quickly, and where it's used in the real world. Let's get started. So, first things first, what is RAG? RAG stands for Retrieval-Augmented Generation, and the name itself tells you the whole story if we break it into three parts. Retrieval means searching for the right information. Augmented means strengthening the model by adding that information to it. And generation means producing the final answer. Put simply, RAG combines two things. First, an information retrieval system, a knowledge source where facts are stored and searched. And second, a large language model, or LLM, which reads those facts and writes the answer in natural language. A traditional LLM relies only on what it learned during training. But with RAG, the AI can pull fresh facts from external sources, like your company's documents, a website, or a database, and weave them into its answer. And that is what makes its responses so much more trustworthy. Now, to truly appreciate RAG, let's look at what goes wrong without it. There are four big problems. The first is the knowledge cutoff. Every large language model is trained on data only up to a certain date. Anything that happens after that cutoff is simply unknown to it. The second problem is hallucination. Sometimes the AI confidently invents information that sounds completely real, but is entirely false. The third problem is outdated information, where the model repeats facts that are no longer correct. And the fourth, perhaps the biggest issue for businesses, is that the model has absolutely no access to your organization's private or company-specific data. Imagine asking a chatbot, "What policy changed in our office yesterday?" It cannot possibly know, and this is exactly the gap that RAG fills. Now for the most interesting part. How does RAG actually work? Let's walk through it in 5 simple steps. Step 1. The user asks a question. Step 2. A retrieval system takes that question and searches for it in a special database called a vector database. Here, information is stored as lists of numbers called vectors, which lets the system search by meaning rather than just matching keywords. Step 3. The most relevant and important documents are pulled out of that database. Step 4. This retrieved information is handed over to the LLM. Think of it like giving a student a reference book during an open book exam. And Step 5. The LLM reads that information and generates an answer that is accurate and grounded in real sources. So the complete flow is user to retriever to vector database to relevant documents, to the LLM, and finally to the answer. So where is RAG actually being used? Let's look at 6 real-world applications. First, customer support chatbots that answer questions correctly, straight from a company's own documents. Second, healthcare systems that give doctors and patients accurate, sourced medical information. Third, banking assistants that handle questions about your account, your transactions, and bank policies. Fourth, enterprise knowledge bases, the internal knowledge hubs that large organizations use to share information. Fifth, legal document search, where lawyers can instantly find the right clause across thousands of pages. And sixth, educational AI tutors that provide students with personalized, curriculum-based guidance. The benefits of RAG are substantial. First, far more accurate answers. because every response is grounded in a real, citable source. Second, a major reduction in hallucinations. Third, always fresh information, because you can simply update the database with no need to retrain the model. Fourth, the ability to use organization-specific knowledge. Fifth, a much better experience for the end user. And sixth, it's genuinely cost-effective, because adding new information no longer requires expensive, time-consuming retraining. So, to sum it all up, RAG is the technique that connects large language models to external knowledge sources, enabling them to give answers that are far more reliable, accurate, and current. In the years ahead, almost every enterprise AI application and AI assistant will rely on RAG in some form. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's coming next. Drop your questions in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.